Thank you for visiting with us at The Patrick and Stephanie Show, where we feature tips and tricks to help you get found, get noticed, and raise your brand awareness. Every Monday and Friday, we share our digital marketing tips on how to increase your online brand awareness. Patrick here. Today, I am pleased to feature my 4-step strategy that got me listed on page 1 of Google. Today, I am sharing with you how I got to page 1 on Google. My 4-step strategy, revealed. Step 1, I publish every day. As long as I was publishing a new installment of my short-form articles every day, I was able to stay on page 1 of Google. My posts may or may not still be on page 1, but I am going to share the secret sauce that I used to get listed on page 1 of Google. There are a variety of ways to get to page 1, but I have found my 4-step strategy to be the simplest formula to follow. Here is what I have done to get to page 1 of Google. I publish an article on Medium every day. I mostly publish on Reciprocal, but the 8-part series of short-form articles that were picked up by Google for page 1 is the focus of the blog post I published on Medium. Not every article was picked up by Google. Only 1 or 2 at a time. But that is better than none of them appearing on page 1. I have been publishing 1 article a day since November 1, 2021. Currently, I publish only 1 blog post, Monday through Friday. Not sure, but that may have something to do with my appearance on page 1. I am open to my viewers engaging with me on this. I publish on many different subjects, not just one niche. The 8-part short-form series that Google shared on page 1 has the following title. Google this exactly as it is printed below to see if my posts still appear on page 1. Maybe they do and maybe they don't. Here is what you should Google. A Night to Remember by Patrick O'Connell. You don't need the quotation marks. Step 2, I publish using the short form. I love the short form. I figure that more is better. Of course, I try to publish more quality, along with quantity. Also, by using the short form, I can publish lots more posts on different topics in a short amount of time. I take about 20 minutes to create each short form post. I previously published a long form version of the topic, for each short form article I publish. That way, I get more backlinks and I also get to provide you, the viewer, with more information to take away, after you have read my long form article. I always post the link for the long form article at the bottom of each short form post. I like to post in Reciprocal for my long form articles. I use Illumination for my short form blog posts. Step 3, I insert a link in the image at the top of each short form post by tapping on Ctrl+K. This way, you can input the URL for what I call the anchor article. In the case of A Night to Remember, I inserted the URL for my first article on Ukraine. We are one, we stand with Ukraine. Step 4, my posts for A Night to Remember consisted of 8 short form articles. At the bottom of each post, I inserted a notice, a call to action or CTA, to click on the link to the previous installment of the current post the reader was reading. This way, each post was backlinked to the previous post in the 8-part series of articles. Also, of course, the link in the image at the top of the article was backlinked to my original article on Ukraine. I figured that the backlinks would be excellent to increase my chance of getting on page 1. Also, Medium has a high domain ranking. This is very important in convincing me to continue publishing on Medium. I believe that this fact alone is enough to convince me to stay with Medium for a very long time. The takeaway. So there you have it, the good, the bad, the ugly. Now you know my 4-step strategy that got me listed on page 1 of Google. Please share your sentiments in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our video. We deeply appreciate your doing so and hope that you enjoy our sharing our information concerning tips and tricks to help you get found, get noticed, and raise your brand awareness. Stephanie and Patrick signing off until next time.